Welcome to the second episode of the Rwby Fnct. Tonight we're going to be covering the Rwby Always Open on February 16th. We're going to be talking about our favorite episodes and soundtracks from moments from Volume 2. And if we have enough time, we'll be covering Volume 4. I'm your host for tonight, Dakota, and with me I have...
Adam, the one who hosted last week when we got rid of Caleb.
Yeah, I'm happy that Caleb's gone. Rex, and I like how you said there's soundtracks of Volume 2. Like there's multiple soundtracks.
There are in my heart.
The alternative soundtrack. It's
Wait,
not
you
like
actually have a
like
heart?
alternative
I'm
facts.
impressed.
And then we have one more person here.
I feel I almost forgot my my time. But
Wait, what's
but
my name
I'm
again?
Anthony.
Who am I?
Okay.
Where am I?
All right, but I'm Anthony. I'm the one who always fucks up.
Like you just did.
Yep.
Yep.
Like I just did.
Okay,
I Joe not laughing during the intros because he's like the episodes and soundtracks of Volume 2. I'm like,
Yeah.
That was
All
the
right.
best intro. I mean,
All right,
yeah, it
so
was good.
like
It's
we
just
were
like I
saying,
just couldn't stop laughing at one little thing. Anyway, ignore. Keep
so
going.
it is Thursday, February 16th. Always Open is going to be having a special episode with the girls who voiced Team Rwby. We've got...
It's February 15th for sponsors, by the way.
Is it on the 15th? Okay.
I'm pretty sure they come out on Wednesdays.
I'm just going off of what Barbara's Twitter said. So we've got Barbara going to be there.
I can check.
Lindsay, of course. Lindsay can't drink. Poor Lindsay. Aaron and...
Kara Eberly.
Yeah, I can never remember how to pronounce her name.
Oh, it is Thursdays. Yeah. That's right. They changed it after they did the special
pilot.
Pilots. Yeah. They changed it to Thursdays. Anyway,
And I probably screwed up Kara's last name, but I mean,
Eberly. No, you got it right. And
That's fine. I
and
can
Zach.
never remember her name.
Lindsay, in order from the team itself, it's Lindsay Jones, Kara Eberly, Aaron Zach, and Barbara Dunkelman. It'll be the first and probably the only Always Open without Mario.
No.
I don't think we're actually going to get anything out of the show from it. But that's just because, it's not meant to be some place where they talk about the show. It's just a
They
special...
don't know anything about the show.
yeah.
Yeah,
They've said that before. They don't know anything. They just go in, they read the lines, and that's it. That's all they know.
so going next, Adam, do you want to go into some of our friends for this week, or do you want to jump into Volume 2 first?
Well, before we jump into Volume 2, I'd like to give a hashtag shut up. I'm hyping up Rwby Network. But seriously, if you guys follow our Facebook page, which is Rwby Fnct, which we will hype up later on,
We have no.
I
people.
shared a
They're
photo.
doing that now.
I can still hear you guys. But
The question is, can they hear us? I'd like to think no.
why do you have to ask questions like that that make me stop and think?
If
But
something goes wrong, Rex, it's your fault.
I don't know what you're talking about. I did nothing.
It's a hypothetical question.
and their page is ran by great people. I shared a photo of theirs on Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember which day exactly. And one of their admin's birthday was that day. So I'd like to give a happy birthday shout out to Admin Neo of Rwby Network. Check it out. Now,
And this is on the Amino app, right?
it's not on the Amino app, it's on Facebook.
Oh, it is on Facebook.
Yeah.
But the Amino app,
Oh,
that is something else we need to hype up. Because it's a great app as well.
You said network. I'm like, wait, are we talking about Amino or?
No,
Okay.
the page is called Rwby Network. I will tag you guys in it, but it's a great page. But hold up. Okay,
So yeah, we are
I
also.
started them again.
Hold on.
Sorry,
You can
go ahead.
also find us on different social media pages. Our Facebook is Rwby Fnct, FNCT, right, guys?
Believe so.
I think the Facebook it may be spelled out. Either way, try it either way.
We are on Twitter and Tumblr under the same.
At Rwby
That's-
Fnct.
Yeah, Rwby Fnct is where you're gonna find us for most of our things. The progress on our YouTube is coming pretty well. We're working on thumbnails and cover photos for everything. We should have those in the next few weeks.
And you will be able to see our glorious faces by that time too. So,
Wait, do I have to get a webcam now?
No. So the reason why we're doing audio only is because my laptop shut the bed. So I have to get a new one when my taxes come in, and when those
Tax
come
return
in
time.
I'm using that
Yes.
to buy a plane ticket.
to Austin for RTX.
Yeah, boy.
Isn't that July 7th through the 9th?
It is.
Yes.
And,
And
the
I
tickets
will.
are only $95, right?
Yep. I don't know how many are on sale left. I know the VIP is sold out. If you can only make it down there for 1 or 2 days, they do sell day passes.
Yes.
Nice little
And
plug, you
I'm not-
guys.
I don't know if you guys will see me or not, but I will be down there as a guardian. I do not know what I'll be doing. They haven't announced that yet, but I will be down there.
I will hunt you down. I will find you. I will take a selfie with you.
Can you
And
give
I
me
will
like
kill
a
you.
video or something? Like, okay, this isn't the time to talk about that.
It's the 21st century John Lennon. Finds a celebrity, takes a selfie, and then kills him.
All right, so we'll talk about some of the fan things on our end later, but let's launch into Volume 2. This is going to continue our coverage leading up to Volume 4. We will be talking about Episode 11, which is the one before the finale of this season, right, guys?
Yep,
Yep.
it is.
Just a reminder that we go off the YouTube release. That way we can
Well,
avoid
you
potential
two,
spoilers.
that episode comes out this weekend, the finale.
Shh. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're behind, so
Yeah,
we'll catch
we're
up during
behind.
off-season.
Oh well.
We will be
Yeah.
going back and covering each episode of Volume 4 during the off season a little bit.
Yes.
And then we also will also have Ruby Chibi to kind of talk about when that comes out.
Yes.
There won't
And
be
we
much
might
to talk
also
about,
cover
because we
Sex
can
Swing.
just talk about the funniness of it and the jokes in it.
In all honesty, we'll probably launch into 11 Little Roosters here in about a week. I'm going to enforce that. All right, Volume 2.
Can I just say I'm
Well,
not that happy
the-
with 11 Little Roosters?
Gasp.
Did,
I like 10 Little Roosters better. I'm gonna say that right now.
All right,
I'm calling it
that's-
right
that's
now. Ryan's
discussion
the
for later.
killer. I'm just calling it right now.
Wait, what?
Ryan's doing everything. Ryan's the mastermind killing everyone.
Yeah, but he's the non-combatant though.
It's
Okay,
Ryan.
we can get into this later.
I'm-
Okay.
Let's get into it later. For now, Volume 2. Now, we discussed beforehand our favorite episodes, so I'm going to start from the top of the season.
Wait,
Best day ever.
yeah, that would be me actually.
So why is it your favorite episode?
Okay, well, okay, the way that the episode started out was like kind of mysterious with the introduction of Emerald and Mercury. You know, like
Don't
you know,
forget
going
Cinder.
into that. Oh yeah, that is true. Also Cinder. But
Hold
But,
up,
that
hold up.
What?
Wouldn't Cinder be considered a Volume 1 introduction?
Not
Because
really.
you saw her at
She
the end of
wasn't-
Volume
yeah,
1.
She
She
wasn't
wasn't
at
really
the
touched
credits
into.
scene, and while that is like a character reveal, it was more of a hint, and we didn't really get to know much about
Okay.
her till
That's how
volume
we got
2.
Salem,
Volume
though.
2 is when we started to learn about her. That is also how we. No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's how we got Salem in a way. Salem was
Volume
in the finale
three.
of Volume 3, but wasn't the after credits. The after credits was a different scene. But we got to really know Salem at the beginning of Volume 4, and I'd even say that we don't really know her yet.
Yeah, that is
We
very
have
true.
theories on that.
Because if you want to
but-
say that was Cinda, then you can also say with Emerald and Mercury, because in the same scene at the end of Volume 1, it shows Cinder and then Emerald and Mercury literally slide into view. They don't take
Good
steps,
point.
they slide.
Yeah.
It's a weird animation.
All right. Going back to the topic, the introduction was really mysterious, and plus, come on, guys, food fight animation.
That
Okay.
was all. That I will give you that. That was awesome, but I think mine's a little bit better.
All right, go for it.
Of course you do, Rex.
Cause I'm an egotistical asshole.
That's your job.
Yay! I'm hated.
All right. Who's next?
I had episode 4, so I think that'd be me.
Yep, painting the town.
Yeah.
Yep. My favorite episode was Volume 2 was Chapter 4, Painting the Town. The reason I like this episode so much is because this is when the team splits up. They want to find out more info about what has been going on. We also find out who Penny really is. Actually, this starts after the team is split up and they've all gone their own ways. We kind of find out who Penny really is. At the same time, we find out about the White Fang's intentions. And after we find that out, the fight breaks out, which if you listen to the last episode, the fight sequences, I love them, and Monty's a beautiful man. I almost said bastard.
Very beautiful.
But this is also the episode where we get the highway fight scene with the giant mech and Team Ruby. This is when we first see Sun's semblance. We get an idea for Neptune's weapon. And we also meet Nia for the first time. And we also get the idea of the team attacks. We have, and oddly enough, they're based off ships' names. So we have Bumblebee, we have White Rose. No, it's Ice Flower. We use
Ice Flower.
And then Checkmate.
Then
we
Ladybug
have
as well, I believe.
Ladybug.
Two
Yep,
out of
I
three.
forgot about Ladybug. And
So-
it was just a really awesome fight scene. It was really worked very well. And I mean, come on, the last scene of the episode is one of the funniest jokes in Volume 2, which is Sun and Neptune, Michael and Carrie's characters respectively, are sitting at a ramen shop called A Simple Walk, with a reference to A Simple Walk to Mordor, and they're just sitting there eating ramen.
Here
Think we
comes the
should check on
lore
them?
side. You think that-
Nah, they're
you
good.
think that's also a connection to the A Simple Soul line that we end up hearing later?
No, I don't think so.
yeah.
They said they said that it was just a reference to A Simple Walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Adam, I think you're next.
Yep. My favorite episode of Volume 2. Chapter 7, Dance, Infiltration.
Oh,
I like that. Hey, I didn't give any smart comments when you were talking, right?
I wasn't giving
don't
you
answer
Or
that.
maybe
I
you
was
should.
Don't answer that. But anyways, the reason why I love that episode, I mean, I believe the episode before Blake was talking to Yang about her past, right?
Yes. Yang was explaining her and Ruby's past to Blake.
Okay.
Let me double check that
Well-
for you. But keep
I've got it
going.
right in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, she did. It was also where we got the gag with Blake following the laser pointer.
Oh yeah.
They did mention that in their RT Ladies of Ruby podcast
Mm-hmm.
that they want that
That
gag
did
in
come out right around
Volume
this
2.
time, didn't it? I forget when this
The
back.
Like
It might have been at the end of the
RTV.
volume.
That came out, I think it did. I don't remember, but back to episode 7 or chapter 7, however you want to phrase it. It was well done because you see Cinder infiltrate, obviously, and it's funny because I was kind of like, well, there's no kind of about it. I'm like Ruby, where I don't like dances.
This special
I hate being dressed formally. It's just one of those things that bugs the hell out of me. So, you get a nice moment of her and husband talking, and it's nothing major. It's just a case of enjoy the time while you're young. Who knows? You might not get another chance like it. And essentially, she was starting to, but she saw Cinder. And she went, followed. And I think they had the best fight scene in all of Volume 2, in all honesty. Just because they were evenly matched to a point where it didn't seem like Cinder was holding back.
It also
So-
seemed like Ruby wasn't fighting at her peak because of the stupid lady slugs, quote unquote.
Yes. So, you have that question. Would Ruby, dressed in proper attire, be able to beat Cinder? Well, in Volume 3, we find out it's a no. But
I
we'll
wouldn't say,
discuss that
no,
next
I
week.
wouldn't say no.
We'll
I
discuss that
wouldn't say
later.
no.
later,
Yeah.
later though.
Now, knowing what we know, I would say no. But back then, I wouldn't have said no.
Yeah. But
Also,
anyways,
can we speak real quick? Do you guys remember that episode well or no? How well do you remember that episode? Dance.
I remember it pretty well. I mean,
I
it's
remember
one of those ones that's kind of
vaguely.
hard to forget about.
Do you remember the horrible animation of Cinder running across the rooftops?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I cringe every time I see that, but I also laugh every time I see that. It's so bad.
But yeah, it also gave us that, which, like Rex pointed out, it wasn't the best animation, but it was a nice.
It needed a lot of help.
Yeah,
It's getting better. It was getting better with time, though.
yeah,
I still think, as we mentioned this before we started here about the animation of Volume 4, they changed the style around, and I'm getting an echo. They changed the style around, and it looks kind of iffy, but it looks way better than Volume 3.
It
yes,
showed.
yes.
Okay, so Adam, you still covering that episode, or do you think you've gotten everything you want?
I've gotten everything I wanted to get out.
Okay. Next, that brings it back to my favorite episode. And I know I'm not alone on this. Breach, episode 12, the big fight scene. Now, looking back on what we've seen from this volume, what John says to Rin of "Don't worry, we'll get out to that village" means a lot more.
Yes,
It really does, because
I-
that was a lot of unanswered questions that just never got covered in Volume 3. I forgot about that until recapping that.
I have a question about that. Like,
Yeah.
were those missions all based in Vale or on that continent?
It
or
was
no?
based
Yeah.
all around the continent in a way. They didn't go far from Vale, but
Okay.
they weren't all in Vale.
Yeah.
That if you remember, the first years were only allowed to work within the city walls. The second, third, and fourth were allowed to leave and go on search and destroys. Which is why
Yes.
that whole line kind of because when we get out to that village, people are like, oh, it's about referring to Volume 4, of villages we see in Volume 4, those are on a different continent.
But Rin's
Yeah.
from Mistral. He's from that continent.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is they weren't going to go to Mistral. They were going to somewhere on the Vale.
But because of his past, he has a very strong connection to those small villages and
Yeah.
protecting them.
And that's understandable. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, they're going to go to that village or this village. Is like, that's on a different continent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
let's see. That is also the episode where we get Coco, Fox, and Yatsu, which are some of my favorite characters. Coco is amazing.
We also see Violet, but
Her-
not her full power.
Yes, that's where
Velvet.
they tease Velvet's weapon. The line being,
Wait, but the goddamn volume for that.
you were
We're changing our mission. Everyone on
Yeah.
board.
we get Coco's Gatling gun, which was really cool, admittedly, but
Make it out to that village another time.
probably wasn't as cool as,
Take us
you know, Velvet's. We get to see Glenda use her powers some more, and we finally get to see Roman captured, which was
Don't
satisfying.
forget Professor
Was satisfying.
Port
but then,
and Professor Bart or whatever the fuck is that?
we had Port
Oobleck.
and Oobleck, which I love that his name is Oobleck, as in, you know, an Oobleck fluid, or as like that fluid. Now here's something I'm seeing said a lot. Some people believe that the post-credit scene where Yang is speaking to her mother is a dream.
I don't know. That's very hard to say. And when you bring up something like that, you got to question next, whose dream is it? God damn it.
Yeah. Really important. And
Hold
it
on,
comes back.
hold on. My internet lapsed. I didn't get any of that.
Okay.
Last I got was it's a dream. That's the
Okay,
last thing I
so-
got. And I went to say before I got cut out, I went to say that's interesting, but at the same point, that was the question: whose dream is it?
Yeah.
Wow. You
But
said that you're saying the same thing Dakota was saying.
I mean, it's
I'm
appropriate.
launching into something different. Is this really going to be our only post-credit scene that doesn't mean anything? Because in one you had Cinder and Roman talking about how Roman doesn't want to work with the White Fang, but she tells him get over it, and we see them work together. See, Volume 3 shows us Crow with the cane, and that comes back. That comes back. We know that.
I mean, he said that. The thing about that scene is he said that to Ruby earlier on about finding Oz. He had stated to her earlier that that was what he was doing. That having the cane was kind of a side thing, but that was already mentioned in a way.
Yeah, because, you know, the post-credit scene of Volume 3 is he has the cane and he's following them.
Mhm.
So it really does tie back to not only the final episode of, we're not going to cover it much, but the final episode of Volume 4, but the after-credit scene.
yeah. That was pretty.
So tell me why, Volume 2's episode 12 doesn't have that. It's a dream. Why is this post-credit scene going to be the one that doesn't make sense?
I think it does tie back in. Because
Well,
how does...
I
Well,
mean,
we don't know how Yang knows where her mother is. Whereas we know Ruby's been sending her letters.
no, we do, because you got to remember, Crow knows where she is. Crow could
Crow's
easily have
probably told,
communicated that with Ty. Yeah.
So you think Tai told Yang where
he didn't.
her
He
mother
said,
was?
No. I'm wrong, and I forgot about this. Crow told Yang where her mother is.
Yeah, that's right.
That happened in Volume 3. I
Huh.
forgot about that. Because there's, right after the whole fight scene, he said about going to find her mom. But,
Okay.
and obviously he's right because he meets up with Crow. Or, not Crow, he meets up with Raven. And, that's how she knows where she is. But we haven't
let's use this to sort of.
we haven't followed that through yet.
Yeah.
Because she chose to go after Ruby and not go after her mother.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying that. Well, we're now talking about episode 12, which we aren't.
Oh
that's
fuck! I
not
forgot about that.
Yeah, we're not supposed to cover that this week.
It's not.
but-
It's not much. It's not really. It's really not much of one.
It's teasers for next week.
Well,
I
I'll
mean,
say
when you
this.
think about it, it's kind of the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were
yeah,
saying Dakota?
like the Wikipedia even says that she made the choice of Ruby there. But we can sort of use this to launch into volume 4. We were talking about Crow knowing where she is and all that. It is in 2 Steps Forward, I believe. No.
I don't know the exact episode.
I'm looking for the right one. It's the one. I'm looking for the one where Tai Yang says, "Look, you know where Ruby is."
That's episode 11.
I found it.
12.
No, that's actually
No, that's
11. That's
11.
actually the one we're supposed
That's
to cover today.
the end of 11.
So
Huh. I never saw
let me briefly recap episode 11 of volume 4, and then we'll kind of go in depth. So it starts with Cinder having problems defeating the Grimm during her training.
I wouldn't
And
say having
Salem's
problems.
talking-
I would say more. She was not accessing her full powers the way Salem wanted to, but she was effortlessly
Yeah.
doing
She was
it. She was
holding back.
struggling. She was
holding
struggling.
back.
I should say.
She was holding back because she doesn't know it. Tyrion arrives. You know, he
And
got beat up
confirms
pretty
himself
bad.
to be crazy.
Yeah.
Lost the tail.
I
Nothing big.
So, and then we get to Yang. Yeah, Yang spray painting her arm. That was really cool. Her preparing the motorcycle, and Tai Yang appears.
Mhm.
And he says, or he asks her, you know, where are you going? And he reveals to Yang that Crow's told her all the stuff about where Raven could be, especially after asking him not to do that. But now it's one of those things of Tai Yang wants to know, is Yang going to go find her mom, or is she going to go to her baby sister?
Can we just say that Crow's an asshole?
Yes, but he's our asshole. Like you.
I mean,
Hey, I'm wanted. Partially.
partially.
You can record for us, so yeah, I mean.
I'm useful in ways.
And then we have Weiss. Literally, I think
Also,
one of my
real
favorite
quick, it
characters
was in
this
chapter
season was
4
Weiss.
that it was in chapter 4 that Crow and Raven talked.
Yeah.
I looked that up quick.
So, one of my favorite characters from Volume 4 has been Weiss, though in this episode, I feel like she made a stupid move by locking the study door.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I have
if-
mixed
if
feelings
I
about that.
was
I
her-
wish she would have let Ironwood come out and talk to him. But at the same time, when you think about it in depth, how the hell is she supposed to know who's coming out of that door? She knows her father's in
here's
there.
my problem.
She's
it's
not going to
even
risk
just
that.
Here's my biggest problem with it is she knows that by locking that door, she possibly tips her father off.
Are they,
Even,
well, he seems-
even
he seems
still,
pretty
how's he
clueless,
supposed to
though.
know? Yeah, he's pretty fucking clueless. And not to mention, how is he supposed to know that she's escaping? And that's why it's lying. What does he know what she's doing? And
She's under house
he's
arrest.
going
She's not
to
supposed to
he's
leave her
going
room.
to he's going to find out eventually. She gets
Yeah.
out, and that's what matters.
Yeah, no.
And,
you
uh,
let
If
them
if
stand.
it would have immediately came around and he would have shown up by the end just like wise, then yeah, I'm like, God damn it, you dumbass. But no, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
She got out and she got away. The only thing that happened was he called for the butler, whatever his name is.
Klein.
Klein.
Whitley called Klein away, but White still
No, not
managed
Whitley.
to
It was
get
her
to.
dad.
You sure it was?
Yeah, because they broke the
I-
door down to get out, and they called Klein.
Yeah, that's right. That's why Klein had to step away.
Yeah.
I
So
could have sworn that was
the-
Whitley.
let's go into that scene. I think it might have been Whitley, but let's go into that scene real quick because it's interesting. You know, Ironwood's saying we're closing the borders.
Yep.
And then Jacques like, don't do that. I can't make money that way. I fucking hate Jacques and Whitley.
Everyone hates them.
I'm saying it now.
Have you
The
not
Phantom's
seen
gonna
the
be on my
memes?
side with this one.
Have you not seen the
I can-
freaking memes of Iron
I-
Daddy? Have you not seen
Oh,
that?
no. Oh no.
Please don't start into that. I
It's
actually
almost
know
as
please
bad
don't just call
as
him that.
People
Please
saying
don't.
that Crow is Ruby's dad. I hate it.
Hey guys, we're gonna have a guest
Look how
appearance
things
real
we
quick
hate
'cause
Vader.
somebody had to say the words Iron Daddy.
Oh,
Daddy for the win, 2K17. Thanks, guys.
You stop that.
Audience, that was my girlfriend. She's a big fan of Iron Dad.
Like the,
It's almost
Oh,
as
God.
bad as people saying that Crow
Fun
is
fact,
Ruby's
they say
actual
Iron
father.
Daddy in the
Shut
movie
up.
3 times.
Shut up.
Oh, fear.
Shut up.
I hate it. I hate that so much.
I have an unpopular opinion.
Oh no.
Oh God.
I don't mind Whitley. Okay.
He's just a conniving little shit, and he's gonna get it.
Oh,
He's gonna
okay,
get what's
okay.
coming to him.
Look at the father.
Father's a bigger piece of
Okay.
shit. I'm gonna be honest with
Well,
you.
let me finish the recap for Blake because I want to talk about how this episode is structured. So
Yes.
we go to Blake, and Sun is just waking up from being attacked by a chameleon girl, Ilya.
Oh my
and
God.
you know, a lot happens in character development. Character development wise, Blake hasn't been my favorite character this season. Sun even less so. He's been nothing but comic relief that I feel like this volume didn't.
I think they
need.
did that on. No. The volume didn't need it, but Blake needed it, and
Yes,
that was
yeah.
the point. And that's why I liked him
Yes.
in this season because he was there to try to
Yes.
break out of this funk that she's been in. She's having none
Yes.
of it, but he's
Also-
still there. And I love the fact. My favorite line of this whole season is a season the fandom has loved as well. Is Blake's mom just going, "I like him."
I like it. Yeah.
I was just like,
I
this is
agree.
hilarious, especially with how much her dad hates him. It's
Okay,
like the
so I
class-
said Weiss
it's
is
like
my
a
favorite character
classic-
this season. Let me take
classic.
that back. Kali is my favorite character. She was
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah.
I
Dora's
want
my
to see
favorite
so
character.
much more
Let's
of
be
her.
real.
I want to see so much more of her and Blake's dad.
Yeah, Gira.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Those
I
two
don't know
definitely have to be featured more.
Hey.
Okay,
guys.
so this scene is important because Blake, you know, admits that she loves Team Ruby. She wants to be there with them.
And she
But
calls.
more-
She
yeah.
does admit that they are her friends and she cares for them. Yes.
Yeah,
But
it's a
she
big
is
family
afraid-
moment.
Yeah,
it's-
but
it's
she
a
is
big-
afraid of hurting them.
Yeah, it's a big moment for her character and for the show itself. But then we learn what Adam is planning. He's going to overthrow the White Fang leaders and attack Haven.
We also.
This
We can't forget
brings
this.
me to my
Well,
next part.
We can't forget this.
God.
Blake also. Oh, not Blake. Sun also stands up to Blake, saying, because Blake is like, I gotta run to protect them, and he's like, you think that protects us? You're wrong. You know, you're
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
hurting us more
He
by leaving.
argues that she's not being selfless.
And
She's
I was
being
so happy because at that point, Sun's part in this whole season made sense. It came to that point.
Yes.
He was trying the whole time to show her that you need us and we want to be here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk
Which-
about what Yang and Weiss's and Blake's things have mean. We know where Ruby is. It's no surprise she's going to Haven.
Yes.
We
Kinda
know
made it clear
Yang is
already.
No.
going after her.
Our-
No. Yeah, Haven. I'm like, no, it was Mistral, but that's the con.
Yeah, Haven's the school.
Hmm.
So we know Yang is probably going after Ruby. We know
Wait,
Yeah.
Yang is definitely going
Weiss
after
is going
Ruby.
to Mistral to find Winter because we got the
She's going. I think
Uh,
she's going to. She's going to Mistral, but I think she may be going to Haven because
yeah.
I would assume that
we
that's
got
where
Yang
Winter
to
would
say
be.
that he's sending Winter to Mistral right in this episode, and
I can
that's a
listen to
bit
it real quick.
convenient. And then we
tad
get
bit.
Blake wanting to take back the White Fang from Adam, and we know Adam is going to Haven. It's all too convenient.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
It's convenience for convenience
Our
sake.
people need protection.
They needed a reason to bring the girls
By this
back
time
together,
next
and
week,
yes,
we-
all these are good story reasons. Separately,
We don't know where
Together,
Blake is going yet, though.
True.
Blake, there's no confirmation of where Blake is going. They're
Yeah,
going after
wait,
the
wait.
White Fang, but there's no sign of where they're going exactly. The White Fang is a very broad organization. They could easily start where they are now and try to remove them from Menagerie, or they could go to Mistral, they could go to Haven, they could go to Atlas, or they could go back to Vale. There
I
is
feel
no.
like they're going to go to Haven because that's where they know the next attack is going to be.
Do they though?
Yes, it is.
You're getting into the season finale there, by the way, with that.
No. This is
Beca-
still
because-
in the episode.
Oh no, that's right. They do, yeah.
Yeah.
But even still,
talk
they
about-
they don't say exactly. I don't think I can look this up here.
No, it doesn't say that she's going, but she's gonna go where Adam is. If Adam's planning attack on Haven, she's gonna be there to stop him. Because that's how she is. Her and Son are gonna go to Haven.
Hurt because of me.
And the development at the
Shut
end
up.
of season 4 or volume 4.
We're not
Do you
talking about
think
that yet.
I
Yeah,
know.
we're in that
I just
episode.
wanted to
Last
say
night, and
something
she's
right
not
now.
even the
The
worst.
end credit scene.
Belong to me.
Watch it.
You think you're being
Oh
selfless?
gosh,
Something
that
tells
scene.
Something
Make
tells
ours.
me it's all premeditated. Okay.
What do you mean?
I'm not saying
premeditated?
anymore. Watch
Well-
it. We'll get into that next week.
Oh, I so want to cover
But-
that.
Are you talking about the? You're talking about the end credit scene of volume.
Yeah, the after credits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because,
We already talked.
like I
about
said,
that.
we'll get into it next week.
I'm con-
We'll get into it next week.
We already talked about this before we opened up. I'm confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We're covering-
let me start
Yeah.
here. I've said that that Weiss is my favorite character, Kali's my favorite character. There were a lot of good characters introduced this season. Well, there were how many
Kinda.
characters introduced?
We only really saw
Oscar.
There were
Oscar.
3 new characters.
We saw a little bit of each of Salem's henchmen. We saw more
yeah,
so
there was-
of
Tyrion.
Tyrion than the rest. We saw glimpses of the other two, and we met more of. We really got introduced to Raven, I would say. We saw her in volume 2, but I would say we really met her now because this is the first time we've ever
Yeah.
heard her talking, like talked to her and seen her for a prolonged period of time, other than coming in, attacking Neo and defending Yang, and then leaving.
Okay, so I have to ask this question now. It's going to be a very loaded question.
Oh, no.
Of the new characters, who's your favorite? Salem's henchman, Oscar, Kali and Gira, or
I feel like that's asking us like a really
or
obvious
Klein.
question.
I mean, I gotta go with Kali.
Kali.
Gear's
Is it the
okay,
same?
but
No.
I like him more if when he comes around a little bit more and isn't so like put offish of Sun. Like he put Sun off right away. And
Well,
I have mixed feelings about that.
Gira,
When he isn't the
Here's-
typical father role.
He's
I feel like
okay.
Kali's
Yeah.
more comic relief.
I feel like he's gotta-
than Sun at this point.
I feel like he's gotta have a little bit more of a development to him, because I
Yeah.
feel like he's much like Ty in a way of like, I'm a father. I kind of lost here. And I'm doing my best.
yeah.
But
My
Ty
girlfriend says
definitely
Klein
has
is the best
had more
character of the
experience.
season. Get it right.
She's
Oh,
right.
No,
We
no,
didn't
speaking
see
of what your
enough of him for
girlfriend
me to
said,
like him.
No.
Yeah, you
Klein
need to
was a
get
good
girlfriend.
character. Oscar was a very interesting character. I want to know more about Oscar. What are his connections to Ozpin?
They're
it's probably going to be like
I was about to say spoiler, but I'm
Later.
like, oh yeah, that was
They
really good.
actually
Like the
touched on
fourth
it in
episode.
volume 1. If you guys remember back
There's
to
a lot of like, there's a lot of like, well, in this fandom, there's a
subtle
lot of
hinting.
conspiracy theories and people putting dots together and putting pictures up on walls and drawing tape lines. This means something.
Don't hug my wall. Hey, I'm the
That's
Lord
still
Nut.
my
That's
favorite
my job.
RTA. Do you guys remember that RTA or no?
Oh yeah.
which
about-
one?
It's like I saw
About,
Chris over in the break
was
room and I was
Chris or
like,
Brandon?
we should get a microwave
Oh,
for the
yeah.
other building. And Chris like, that's so
Oh
weird.
yes.
No, Brandon. He's like, I just saw Brandon like a minute ago, and he said the same thing. He's like, is that weird? Is that a coincidence? I just
He's
imagine
drawing
Chris at
tape
home
lines?
drawing tape
Yes.
lines. This means something.
That would be me. Nah.
But
There's a deeper meaning here.
yeah,
There's not, but there is.
Okay.
I'm just pointing
so-
out that they touched on it a little bit in volume 1,
Your friends fight for you.
where Blake was reading the book
will
about
be to get
guy
even.
with 2 souls
Blake!
fighting for control,
Thank goodness.
and now Oscar has that.
please.
Mom,
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
but
it
they're
means
not-
anything.
B.
I mean, but they're not fighting though, are they?
what are you doing?
They,
Well,
it
sweetheart, your
seems like they're
father
in
needed to
opposition
speak with the
because
two of you.
Ozpin wants to do certain things, but Oscar wants to live his life, but he's
Afraid you were right,
had to accept that this is gonna happen.
Ozpin
Wants to serve the
mentor Oscar in a way.
Ozpin. The O's are gonna mess me up. Ozpin knows the destiny and knows what he has to do. Oscar is still very in the blue and very skeptical about what's going on. He doesn't know much about this. He doesn't know much outside of his farm, so it's all a new world to him. He's very confused, but he's going along with it because he sees no other way, kind of thing.
I feel like Ozpin.
Not to mention broke.
I feel like Ozpin has.
What do you mean?
I hate to say this about him, but I feel like he sees Oscar as a means to an end. Now, you're gonna hate me for this, guys.
feel
I know
the
I'm
same
supposed to
way.
be your lore person. I haven't seen World of Remnant 16, The Great War, and I'm reading through it.
I don't watch any of the Water Remnants.
Here's the thing.
Same
So
here.
we've learned in this volume that the gods of light and destruction have created these 4 remnant or these 4 relics, right? This is taken straight off the
Actually,
wiki.
I don't know. You're going into realms. where
Those
you've
were
lost me there.
introduced in episode 8 of volume 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've been
But
talking about 11. I can talk about this.
deeper into them. So
Yeah, this
I'm toning out.
World of Remnant goes into it a bit.
what?
So
I don't know anything
Vale
about the
is
World of Remnant.
ruled by a king. Or Vale was ruled by a king at one point, which is interesting. I didn't know that. And it says here, the last king of Vale also founded the Huntsman Academies and gave his most trusted followers command over the schools, promising to teach mankind how to fight, but only if they fought for themselves and not against each other. Crow concludes by stating, we haven't kept our end of the bargain. Here's the thing about that, though. We also know that the academies were built not only to train people, but to protect the relics.
Mm-hmm.
So this episode aired on January 14th. If we go to, you said it was 8?
That's when Crow introduced the relics and all that.
That
That's
was
when
on
he talked-
December 31st, 2016. So that means that we've got that information before we got the information about the Great War, which is interesting because it seems like the Great War would have been a good point to introduce those beforehand. Tease the relics if you had had that maybe as even, let's see, they did the kingdoms, between kingdoms, say instead of 6, which was Faunus, you had it there, November 22nd, or you move Snee Dust Company down. That puts it at December 17th. You've got it beforehand, you can tease the relics.
You're
Wait.
still losing me here. I'm lost. So I avoid
It just
World of
feels like
Remnants, I just
maybe
don't like
this
them.
World of Remnant, which could have been a great teaser, was misplaced.
Yeah. Or was it?
Okay, I'm going to go back one World of
There's a
Remnants.
whole
the
reason
Snee
to
Dust
everything
Company.
here.
Can we talk about Nicholas Snee? Really?
Nicholas
Really?
Schnee?
Saint Nick, anybody?
Oh.
Would he say sneeze, sneeze, sneeze instead of ho, ho, ho?
Oh my god.
I'd like to announce
There we
that this
go.
is
But
Adam's
he
last
give out gifts,
episode.
though.
He will be joining Grant apparently in the
So just so you guys know, we're looking for new members. I'm officially taking over as leader
looking for
because
people
Adam,
who-
that was terrible.
We're looking for people who do not make puns. I guess I'll happily step up as second in command now. Apparently, since that rule's open.
Puns need not apply.
Like, I just thought of
Last
that
week,
too.
last week was fucking Caleb starting with let's kick this off with a yang, and now this sneak. God,
Who's locking your
Tune in
predictions for
next
next
week
week?
for the next pun.
I really want to
I'll
talk
put
about
$10
the fight scene
that
from
it's
12.
Ruby Rose related.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to episode 11 real quick. Sorry, I've gone pretty
Yes.
much everywhere.
It's fine.
Wait.
We said we would cover all
No,
of Volume 4 episodes, though.
What? Don't laugh at my girlfriend's joke, please. Ugh.
Wait, what?
What
I'm
happened?
lost. What?
Oh, God.
The chat on Facebook.
Oh,
Okay, so the episode 11 ends with Rin and Nora finding the cave of the nuclear lave, whatever this Graham is supposed to be.
They're
This
not.
weird horse rider flailing arm tube man thing is supposed to be.
Wacky playing Arsenal too, man.
Wacky waving inflatable on like 2 man. Wacky waving inflatable on man 2 man. Hi, I'm
It's
Alan
great.
Hanna, take 5 hands.
It's
It's
a
Wacky
wacky
waving inflatable
waving-
on filling 2 man emporium.
That
Who was it last
Grim.
week that said that was nightmare fuel?
Oh,
was
that
not
was
anymore.
That was definitely me.
Okay. Like we have to get off of him, otherwise I am gonna talk about next episode because that was 10 out of 10.
I mean, we
But
saw it
they
in the
fuck-
we saw it in
Just like
chapter
what
11, so we can talk
thought
about
of
it a
my
little bit.
pun.
So Rin and Nora
I
find
love
his
that thing, by
cave,
the way.
hear him, and they rush towards Kuro Yuri.
I have a question. How did they get there faster than him?
I don't know.
right?
I have another question, but I can't bring it up till next week.
Ah, no.
Bring it up in the
So
chat.
yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, because I won't be able to make it next week.
Oh,
Job and everything. Yeah.
dog.
I gotta make them monies. So I can buy video games.
By
And
Kermit
hopefully-
Clips.
And hopefully my ticket to RTX London.
Wait, what?
So expensive.
Oh
When
yeah.
is that?
It's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, we talked about this last
Yeah.
week about I said about
RTX
RTX
London.
London was announced and that I will possibly be going, and I think it may be confirmed. I'm
So
actually
those of
going.
you not
I-
following, that means there is an RTX Austin, RTX Sydney,
Sydney.
Australia.
Jason-
and
Oh, no, it is
RTX
Sydney.
London.
They added London this year. They just announced it at RTX Australia. I'll go over this again because if you didn't watch next week, you might be out of the blue. RTX London was just announced during RTX Australia. It will be October 14th and 15th, I'm pretty sure. Guardian
Yes.
applications are open now, and tickets go on sale in March. The timing exactly,
Now-
I don't know. It's actually
All I
not that
say is-
bad. I
Poor
priced
Bethany.
everything out. The price for
Those of you
everything.
listening to my voice over there is right now. Poor Bethany. Just poor Bethany. That woman is going to be worked to death by that company.
She does this. All right, this is all her doing. You can shut up.
You're saying she did this to herself.
Yes, pretty much.
You know
Basically,
Gus
well,
likes watching
I'm
people
assuming-
suffer.
I'm assuming this is also why where we haven't heard anything about any new Let's Play lives is because they've been working on this. Speaking of
It's
which,
possible.
yeah.
I hope we
Well-
get more RTX. They have confirmed that they're going to be more Let's Play lives. They just haven't said when or where or anything about them. I want
So we-
one to come to my area and come to freaking Hershey. It makes sense.
I'm not gonna say anything about where I live, so yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to go back and do this, but when we said we were covering Volume 2, we also meant the soundtrack and our favorite moments.
Oh yeah.
We used the episode to kind of jump to Volume 4. So we're gonna go back now. Sorry, everyone, and cover the
Whoops.
soundtrack and moments that we found best.
Listen, we're all out of whack here.
Yeah,
I made the
yeah.
pun. Grant made puns. I mean,
Grant isn't
Well,
here.
Grant-
You can't blame him.
I just did, so
We don't
Grant
talk about him
always-
anymore.
Why is Lord Voldemort? Oh, Lord Voldemort's trending on Facebook for some reason. Sorry, everyone. No, so Volume 2.
Very
I just looked at the Facebook
productive.
chat.
Very.
what?
Did you guys see my question on that?
No,
By the
I
way,
saw.
yeah.
I did, and then I saw our other Adam's reply to it.
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
person who saw the cookies from the cookie jar.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with Rex. What is your favorite song off Volume 2 soundtrack?
We
Do I
already
have to
covered
pick
that.
one? No, we haven't. Do I have
haven't.
to pick
We didn't?
one?
We did in
I
the
thought
We
we
preview.
mentioned
did.
it beforehand, so we wouldn't like all have the same song like last week. Frickin'
Oh yeah,
Grant.
right.
Stealing
Sorry,
my
guys.
song and episode. Can I have two or do I have to have one?
Same.
I'm gonna go ahead and say 2 because I got
Okay.
I got 2 good ones. Yeah.
So my two are Caffeine and Sacrifice. I'll start with Caffeine. Caffeine is the song we kind of hear at the end of Volume 2 and during the big battle. It fits well,
Yeah.
but the song itself, just like Red Like Roses Part 2, we kind of hear it a little bit, but when you listen to the song itself, it's so much better on its own. Caffeine
Absolutely.
it's literally entitles the word caffeine. It's very high energy. It's very upbeat. It has
it's
it's
fast. Literally,
Casey-
some of the lyrics
it's Casey
are
Williams rapping or fast singing, I guess you'd call it. I wouldn't necessarily call it rapping. I think it's Jeff Williams, then Casey, then it's a guest star whose name escapes me at this moment. I could probably look at
Lamar Hall.
Lamar
He
Hall,
does
that's
a
it.
lot of
Yeah, he does a lot of
with
things
with them.
Rooster Teeth. It's such a fast beat song and it's such a fun song, especially when you're kind of like the person like me and you actually look at the lyrics. It gets way more interesting. It's such like a plays on words, and it's just such a good song. It's such a fun song. On the contrast of that, I have Sacrifice. It's the last song on the album before we get into the soundtracks of the episodes
The score.
and the scores. And hold on, I'm sending a text. And it's a very somber song. I didn't like it at first, but I got really used to it, and it's such a good, beautiful song. It flows very nicely. It's kind of a slow, somber song. And then it takes this moment, and then it all picks up and rushes at the end and switches its tempo completely. And it's basically about singing about how giving up your life and being the sacrifice, and then changing around to like, I'm not going to be that sacrifice. And I just love the song. It's such a beautiful song, such a good song. I do have a runner-up. I'll quickly mention. I'm willing to bet one of you guys will probably talk more about this. Would be Die. I love. But
Yeah.
I think Caffeine and Sacrifice are better.
So you say Sacrifice is actually before where the score starts. We actually have This Will Be the Day, an acoustic version, Time to Say Goodbye, which is the Beach Bay remix.
Yeah, they do
And
the remixes
probably-
and stuff like that. Yeah, but I'm saying that's the last song from this. Then they do the acoustic, then the remixes. Like they usually do that.
Like the ones that are from the volume itself.
Like
Yeah.
okay, so
I
Audience,
wouldn't
I'm
really
gonna take a
classify
second
those
here real
with that,
quick.
but that's
I'm
fine.
gonna take a second before we pass off to the next person. If you have not heard This Will Be the Day, the Magical Girl remix, do it. It is incredible.
I've heard all the
like-
songs, and it's not on my
I
playlist, so I don't
confess
like it.
I haven't heard of it yet.
I haven't.
As soon
heard
as we're
of
done
them.
here, go listen to it. Like Volume 2 probably has some of my favorite songs. I've got to say that now. Time to Say
Volume
Goodbye was
3.
an amazing theme. Die was awesome. Shine is really, really good.
like
It's
Shine.
upbeat.
Shine is great.
Shine has a
it's
really
This
good
Will-
message to
Time
it.
to Say Goodbye remix, and then This Will Be the Day remix, and then it goes into the score. But
Yeah,
Sacrifice
so
is the last
Caffeine-
like original song from that album before we get into the acoustics and remixes.
Caffeine is going to take my #1 spot this week because, like he said, it's really interesting. Like, I'm looking at the lyrics now. Jeff's lines like "guzzle down your Red Bull, you're gonna need a bucket full." It's just like, what does
Watch
that
me
mean? But
accelerate and fall apart
okay.
the interstate.
You're gonna die.
I'm super fast, super five, bona fide, wise guy. Call the Morgan, say goodbye, bite your bullet, it's time to die. Gabby. I know all the words. I love that song.
Cassie's lines. Like,
I don't know Casey's lines. It's Casey, by the way.
yeah. I'm tired, dude. I've had a very long day. I have a coworker named
Both of
Cassie.
them
Okay.
Debbie.
Like, I'm hyperdrive, overdrive, hit the gas at 55. I've done that.
Amateurs, I hit the gas at 80.
Shh.
That's how I got my ticket. I can't talk about that though.
I'm a
Let's not
highway
bring up,
star. She says that she's a supersonic princess in $1 million car. The image that creates in a mind is incredible. We have also all
I love
of our
Lamar's
days.
line.
Yeah, let's see. What was his?
where did he start?
Yo, listen up.
Like, which
I
song?
hope you like it hot. Grab yourself a mug.
Grab
'cause
yourself
I
a
made
mug
fresh
because I made a
pot.
fresh pot. Come
Oh,
and get
yeah.
a dose of my kick-ass Java, fueling your addiction with this thick black lava. Yeah,
We can do it out of
it's
espresso or the cappuccino way. Sure to get you
Yeah.
fixed venti or grande.
it's those little jokes in
Sugar,
this that are
Splenda,
funny.
equal, maybe sweet and low. Everybody's happy. Come on, let's. Everyone's happy when they're hanging with
Happy
Joe.
when they're
Let's
hanging
go.
with Joe. Let's go.
It's such
Yeah,
a fun
it's
song.
funny. It's funny.
It's all about caffeine
So-
and being energetic and hyper, and I love it.
It's just this really
So it's just like you.
bouncy song. So, the
And
number 6
honestly,
track on the
talking about hitting the gas
on
at
the
55, when I
was
listen to that
All Our
song, I
Days.
do go faster than I should.
No.
we don't talk
It just
about
makes you
don't
want to
we talk about
go.
your driving habits.
Look,
We
I'm already
don't
having.
talk
I already
about
have a
that here.
hearing coming up because of a ticket I got. Okay. And I'm not bad. My friend is worse. And did I just lose the call again? Son of a bitch. Son of a motherfucking bitch.
Never mind.
I lost
Yeah,
it again. I
yeah.
lost it again. I lost
I
the
do
call again.
want next week to
Motherfucker.
hear like tomorrow, by the way.
Okay, guys. I
literally.
lost the call again. Last thing was you guys freaking out about me, about my driving habits. You don't need to talk about, okay? I already have a hearing to
Okay,
discuss
no,
that.
I was discussing how next week we're going to be covering the lyrics as well from Volume 2 soundtrack track 7, Boop, which is meant to be a very Renora song, and we all know it. Don't deny it.
I'm
Yeah.
happy
And then
to
we have
think about it.
Sacrifice.
And
So, next down the line, I've mentioned my favorite song. Adam, what's yours?
I actually have 3. Okay.
Don't we all?
Now,
Just kidding.
Overachiever.
you guys already covered Sacrifice.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'll get rid of that one. Time to Say Goodbye and Die. Those 2 are my top 2 songs from the soundtrack. Okay. And the reason, if you listen to Time to Say Goodbye, it fits with the second track or the second volume. They're discovering themselves and they're saying, well, we have to do this for the greater good, so to say. And they do it, which we all know Rwby gets captured during the volume 2, blah, blah, blah. We'll cover that later. But think back all the way to the breach. When Roman got captured, that's when it really sunk in. Time to Say Goodbye was about him. Because Rwby was captured by him, fought him the first time, and now she helped in getting him captured.
I disagree with you on it being about him because there's these lines here towards the end, and these are some lines from the song. Were we born to fight and die, sacrifice for one huge lie? Are we heroes keeping peace, or are we weapons pointed at the enemy so someone else can claim a victory? It seems like someone is very much questioning if they are.
To me, it's about
Like,
the
if they're doing the
children
right thing.
losing their innocence and realizing that we are here to fight, and we are here to kind of kill and also be killed at the same time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very much a
It's
loss
them
of
realizing
innocence
the world they're in. I mean, and that's
questioning-
exemplified by Blake, freaking out of them about we can't just wait till graduation day and all that.
but
That's
Like,
really
I
what the
feel
song
like-
is.
I feel like this theme
Similar
song
to Volume
fit
3, which
2
we could talk about in
very
Volume
well.
1.
If I had to say that out of the 4 theme songs we have so far, which, don't get me wrong, 3 is great. 3 is a much
3
different
is the best one.
tone.
You shut your whore mouth.
No, this one is the
Hey,
best
hey,
one
hey,
because
hey,
it
let's not do
fits Volume 2 so well.
yes,
It's this questioning
you
of,
shut your whore
are
mouth.
what we
You shut
doing
your whore mouth.
right?
but
You shut your mouth for 5 seconds, dude. Let
Never.
someone else talk.
This is like internal civil war.
uh,
All right,
I'm
so
just constantly fighting with myself to shut up.
I
It's
think
like,
we
hey,
got
hey,
one
no, you
more.
shut- you shut
One
up.
more.
yeah. Anthony,
What's your favorite?
All right.
Anthony,
All right.
what's your favorite?
All right. I actually have 3 as well. I'm not going to touch on Boot because, well, we're talking about that next week.
Next week.
But the remaining 2 for me is Shine for obvious reasons. I mean, have you seen that dance? It's like incredible. Like
My girlfriend says she loves you for picking that one.
What
It
have
is a
I-
great song.
What have I said
I'm trying to
before?
learn the
Monty is a
dance to it.
beautiful man.
And and my last one is going to be Dreams Come True, because listening to the lyrics, it's basically about Kira trying to get John's attention from Weiss.
There is even a line talking about that in there,
Like,
referring directly to Weiss.
there's so many lines actually.
And
no,
you even
not
and then
just
you
one.
even hear her say, "Hey."
Exactly.
That song is so
Like-
comical to me.
Like,
I want to touch on the Arco ship real
I mean,
quick.
Next episode. I mean, come on. The
So-
next volume is pretty much where we discuss that one, right?
What?
oh, well,
Okay, volume
So-
3 is very much a heavy Arcos volume, and I think no one can disagree with me on that. Just
Before we
like
get it confirmed
I
and then
mean,
immediately sunk.
it's kind of like the Titanic. It's great.
We
Then it
achieved
hits
so
something.
much. Oh, no, it's gone.
Definitely
wait,
next week.
we're all like the band playing on the Titanic.
Yes.
Screw you.
We
I
are.
was the first one to jump off that bitch.
Well, gentlemen, it's been an honor playing with you guys.
Like, what? Fuck you guys. I'm living. Jump.
Hey, so I do want to cover this. I just realized what next week is. Next week is Valentine's Day, and I'm officially calling episode 3 Ship Week. We're covering
Didn't we already
Arcos
do
in volume
that?
3, and we're
And why are
covering
you having that
episode 12.
Then you better include me in that episode, damn it.
Are you okay? We'll discuss recording dates. I mean, I have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday available next.
Wednesday's
we'll find a
available for
time.
me, so.
Just
Well,
tell me when.
How ironic. I'm good all week next week.
Ship week, ship week, ship week, ship
Iceberg.
week.
White Rose is
Iceberg.
best. Y'all can
We'll
shut
get
up.
into those next week.
We will
Which-
not be covering Enabler. If you want to hear about that one here, please go find the depths of fandom.net.
What's that?
We're not covering Enabler.
Ever.
We'll discuss that next
Wait,
week.
Enabler? What?
Why we
wait,
won't
what's
cover
Enabler?
it.
Yang and Ruby.
Either.
Oh.
That's Enabler. Yeah.
Let's
I've never heard it called that.
It's also
Yeah.
called incest. And
Some
no,
people are into that. Don't you dare kink shame.
especially the South.
everyone,
Say that.
please kink shame Rex.
I never said that was mine. I'm just saying that's a thing. Like I've
Okay,
legitimately heard
we're
reports that that's one of the most popular like genres of porn there is. It's really freaking weird.
Okay, so I have the. So as we finish up,
We're not
talking
going
about
into
the
the not safe
soundtrack
for
here-
work area.
Taboo.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, I have the chart ranks here for Volume 2 soundtrack. As we end this discussion on Volume 2 soundtrack, we're gonna go to our favorite moments next. but in iTunes British charts, it peaked at 42. So British listeners, what the hell? America, we
Don't worry.
got 13, which
We
again,
can do better.
what the hell?
We're
Australian is
Hey,
35th.
for a soundtrack on an anime that was made in America by a company in Texas that only has a couple million viewers, subscribers on YouTube, that's pretty damn good.
So
we'll be
Canadian.
hyping up the soundtrack and DVD when it comes out. So
So
buy it.
okay, I'm gonna go to Australian next because the Canadian stats are okay. Australian 35, which okay. Canada,
Australia.
you guys fucking rule. You guys made Rwby Volume 2 soundtrack hit rank 10.
I mean, let's be
Wow.
honest. What kind of music
Let-
does Canada have? Justin Bieber and Nickelback?
We don't talk about those.
Let's not
listen,
discuss this
let's
right now.
just be happy it reached number 10.
I never said I
What do
hated
you-
Canadian music, but I hate Canadian music.
We're not
Not all
arguing
music.
that.
Canadian music.
We're not arguing that. Nickelback has a few good songs. I don't like them, but there are a few songs I'll listen to.
Oh, I never said I didn't like them. I
Other
like them.
Other than that, I mean,
There's just a lot of
Canadian,
better
you-
bands out there.
Okay.
Canada, you rock. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay, so now to bring us to a
Nah, they ain't
close,
American.
guys, let's talk about our favorite moments from Volume 2, and we'll get ready to sign off for this week. So, considering Anthony, you went last time, how'd you like to go first? Favorite moment from Volume 2.
It's got to be the Shine Dance from Volume 2.
Dance Infiltration, all right.
I'm
Yep.
gonna say now. Let me go last. I gotta think about this.
All right. Adam, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually am glad we came back to this. Now, I'll discuss this next week, but I'm not a big fan of the Bumblebee ship. Like I said, I'll explain next week.
Boo.
But the dance between Yang and Blake, I like that not for any other reason, but in simple I said, they were close friends. Fun fact,
It
Me and
showed
one
that
of my
Blake
best
kind of let
friends-
his walls down. Yeah.
fun fact, me and my friend actually danced together at a homecoming because my date stood me up. So yeah,
Oh,
Shit.
oh.
so yeah,
Okay. Ouch.
So sorry to hear that.
oh, it was beautiful though, because he likes the Packers and I like the Bears, so it's just one of those things where
Wait, this was another guy.
Hey,
It was
we don't
just
judge here.
No, I'm just surprised
It
by
was-
this. I would have
it-
never
it-
thought he would have done that.
it just came out of the blue, and it was just
That
one of
is
those things
hilarious.
that was just great.
I gotta commend you on that. That's fucking phenomenal.
Like seriously.
Okay, but if it makes you feel better, my prom
Oh
day
my
was
God.
like my homecoming day was like terrible.
I'm not
Should've
allowed
gone
to
with
talk
bottom
about
then.
that stuff.
I danced with a girl at homecoming, kissed her, exchanged numbers, and then she never texted me again.
That's better than what we had.
That's rough, buddy.
Let's go on to the moments before my girlfriend wants to kill me.
Oh,
Well,
And this has
You're
also been the last episode
for
for
me.
Dakota and Andrew. Adam, I hope you guys have liked them. I'll be taking over a role as leadership now. It's my time to shine.
Over my
Oh,
dead
God.
body.
That's going to happen soon.
oh no. We've plotted some assassination attempts.
Calm down, Ryan.
I'm
Okay,
not saying
so-
I'm gonna do anything. I'm saying his girlfriend's gonna do it.
So Rex, you're gonna go last, right?
Yeah,
Or
so
have you
go
figured
ahead.
something out?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so I have a couple of favorites. The dance was great, where we found out about Penny being, the first synthetic person with an aura. I mean, the robot fight, the highway fight. That's a good way to put it. Mostly because I'm a huge fan of mecha anime, and seeing 4 girls kick a giant mech's ass is hilarious.
Not to mention, it's also an awesome homage to the Red versus Blue scene, which was pretty much in a similar fight. but
Yeah.
way more intense if you ask me.
But again, I have to go back to Breach because Breach is my favorite episode because the caffeine and Team Coffee,
Here we go.
Coco, Fox, Yatsu, Velvet, just watching that entire fight scene. That fight.
God, motherfucker! Every time! Son of a bitch!
We almost.
Ah! It cut out
We
again!
almost made it.
It cut out again!
Oh.
Right as you said,
I thought it was
Team
your
Coffee,
team.
you said all their names, and then it dropped.
Oh god.
That's my favorite scene.
Editor, leave that one in because it was an awesome, genuine moment of me getting angry.
Yes. Yes.
Did you guys hear that at all?
We're leaving that in. We're leaving that baby in.
I screamed. I'm so fucking pissed right now.
That's my favorite scene, though.
Ah!
Favorite scene in all of Volume 2 because
Put a
the
warning to
fight was
headphone
just
listeners.
so awesome.
Can I just say that like Rex getting mad was already like a warning. Like we had this warning like today.
God damn it. Ugh.
Well, when we kind of knew that Rex was going to be our Michael Jones when we recruited him. So everybody, give a round of applause for Rex. And how am I going to
I'm
die?
gonna break another fucking mouse. I swear to God. That'll be my third mouse I've broken. I also have a habit of throwing mice at my wall and breaking them into pieces. Anyway, so my favorite moment. The
Uh-oh.
highway fight was amazing. I fucking love that. It's a part of my favorite episode. It's great. I love it. We also get the awesome little joke that I mentioned in the same episode. We get the cool after credits scene. We get the whole food fight. We get so many awesome moments in this. But honestly, I think the best moment for me of Volume 2 was Yang. The whole bit of Yang luring Blake away, grabbing her, taking her, and talking to her. I love that whole scene. Because we find out a lot about Yang and Rwby in their past. But we also see a lot of Blake's like shell and her having her walls up. And Yang literally breaking down those walls by pushing Blake. And that whole little sequence
And-
there, I fell in love with. And then how
Bumblebee.
Yang can go from just pushing her and being as rude as she can to just hugging Blake and showing that she cares. That just shows the dynamic of Yang as a character and how much she actually does care for Blake. And but I just love that scene so much. It's just such a good character building scene, and it's just so perfect for both those characters. And it perfectly shows that Yang isn't this just like party girl and woo, that she actually cares for them, and she sees herself as kind of like the motherly figure of the whole team.
Yeah, that was a really good character for moment for her.
Yeah.
I remember Blake too because it really showed Blake breaking down, but also, you know, when Yang hugs her, she doesn't really like return the hug, but she like kind of gives in to the embrace, I guess you could say.
I think it's tough because we're seeing now truly what their character development has meant, and or at least with Weiss, we saw all this character development, and it's when she's back home that it would have mattered, and she went home, and who she was at the end of Volume 3, the Weiss we had learned to love was still our Weiss. Blake is a character I find difficult to love because
I love Blake so much. I relate to her a lot.
It feels like she's meant to just be that emo character. That oh well.
I
But
wouldn't
you
call
know
her
that there's a lot
emo.
of deep meaning because I'll admit it. I went through kind of an emo goth phase in middle school when I was dealing with a lot. But
Oh no.
the thing about that is they get so stereotyped and they get so put in this box. When really, if you like open it up and look at to their past, which we've done a couple times, we realize that there's a reason they're like this. With her affiliation with the White Fang and seeing it go from peaceful to a kind of a crime terrorist organization, seeing her best friend Adam, I guess you could call him, turn from this wanting to make a difference to killing to get what he wants. Seeing that and having to constantly run
I wouldn't.
because she feels like that's the best way to avoid people around her getting hurt is because if she's not near them and people are going after her, then they can't get hurt by correlation. She's starting to realize, though, that that's not the best way. With Sun following her, that was the best way for her to realize that. And that's why I love Sun in Volume 4 so much, is because he made her see the error of her ways. We haven't seen much character development along those lines because that came about in Chapter 11.
Yes.
But hopefully in Volume 5, we see more of that and see her build more of this bonds. And hopefully that when,
But
and you know they're all going to meet back up eventually. Hopefully when they meet all back up,
It has to.
Blake's a
has to
different
happen.
character.
Yeah.
Blake has a different personality, but she's still the Blake we love.
Okay, here's what I meant. Here's what I'm trying to get at.
emo
I
character.
don't feel like Blake's character development has finished. Weiss is very much almost there. She is a far different character from the heiress, snooty princess she
Episode
was in
1
Volume
of
I
Volume
will
1,
I will agree
essentially.
with that once we see her group back up with a team and actually see the payoff for me will be when she groups back up with a team and actually like shows that she cares to them face to face. Whereas now you can see that she cares, of course, but it's once they're back together as a team that all of us is for every single one of us is going to pay off. Where leader really Ruby really coming into her own as a leader and as a fighter in her own.
We've seen
I
that.
thought I lost
though.
it there for a second with the quietness. That's why I stopped. We're seeing Blake really like starting to let people in a way and realize that she's been doing stuff wrong. We've seen Yang really come into her own and get over this loss of her arm and come into her own in a lot of different ways as well. And then Weiss
And
as well
actually
being
stop you
more independent, being
relying
able
on
to
her
stand up for
assembly.
herself and a lot of other things and really caring about them. All of this will really pay off when they all group back up. At that point, I will be happy as I can be, and that was also the point where we will see how much this development has paid off.
I'm gonna leave a question in the group chat for next week, because it is kind of like it's something more to cover after we discuss the ending of the volume. So, Rex, I put something down in the chat. Save it until after we're done because I'm trying to control my laughter. It's not Ruby related. But if you guys want to start closing out the show, I think it's about time, isn't it?
I'm opening it now. I accept your challenge.
Oh yeah, it is definitely not that time. It's time to say goodbye.
Oh
Not
God!
before.
Damn it.
Oh,
God
Oh,
fucking
no.
damn it.
We're covering Volume 2. What did you expect?
Okay. Let me ask this,
What?
audience: what was your favorite moment? What was your favorite song? What was your favorite episode? Plug it, the social medias, and let's.
Wait a
Don't
minute.
forget to
Wait
check us out
a
on
We'll be
Facebook,
watching
on
them to read
Twitter,
'em.
on Tumblr.
Oh
Um,
God.
Make sure you
Sorry.
keep following us for each episode. We'll hope to release these weekly. Am I correct by saying that?
Yes.
Yes, you're correct. Our first episode should be up soon.
The
I would
freaking
talk to the
thumbnail just popped up
editors.
for the video you sent me.
Oh God. But anyways,
Okay, so we might not hear
We-
from Dakota by next week.
I'll be here.
Dakota might disappear.
I may just
You're
die in
I
the
know
gone.
for a
next
fact
30
I'll be
minutes.
there. So, but
I can't
But
stop
anyways. Did you guys?
I haven't
honest
watched
to
it
God,
yet.
Let's
No.
have a moment of silence
Hey,
for Dakota.
Hey, how does after 10:30 Central Time sound for you guys? Because I know I'll be home alone, so I'll be safe.
10:30 Central Time?
You're never safe
Do you
now.
realize that's 11:30 p.m. for me?
Yeah, she works nights. I'm up a lot at night.
You won't be there, never safe.
All right, so again, you guys can find us on Facebook at Rwby Fnct, Tumblr at Rwby Fnct, and Twitter
Twitter.
at Rwby Fnct. I think that's how Twitter works. I don't use Twitter.
Wait, what did you say?
Twitter, it's at Rwby Fnct.
At Rwby Fnct.
I just said that.
Don't shoot me in the leg. What?
Hold on.
Jesus.
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
For those of you who don't understand what's going on, we have a group chat, and Dakota's girlfriend is kindly persuading him to hurry it up. I'm not
She's
gonna say
sitting
what
behind
for
me
because
right
I
now.
don't want to be a witness.
Why don't you take a look
So-
at the group chat
All right,
now?
so we're gonna close out the show. I got some words for Rex. Anyway, thank you guys for listening.
I'm gonna shoot him in the dick.
Chaos reigns! Yes! Do it!
Yes!
Yes!
Editor, please remove that bit. Sorry.
torture.
No,
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 you do
leave
not.
that in.
You do not. Executive order,
You
do
leave
not.
that in.
This is Trump's America. I have
Rex
power
isn't
here.
one of the executive orders, so this is an executive order.
I've
one of
already
the big
signed an
three.
executive order.
Remove it.
Here it is. I'm showing everyone.
Okay.
This is the executive order. I'll do it Trump style.
Wait, what?
Anthony lost.
All right. So
Anthony's gone right now, but
In all
No,
honesty,
I'm back. I'm back.
in all
he's
honesty,
back.
Adam has the power to override you. So, Adam,
what's up?
can you override that decision and let the editor keep that in? That'd be great.
Editor, please
Oh,
remove
the
that.
editor
part.
is definitely keeping that in.
Thank
Wait,
you.
keep it what in?
Guys,
What?
that's an actual threat recorded, so we actually do need to have that removed.
No, we don't.
That is not.
Uh,
We're living with bird.
Don't become
Alright,
a whiny baby.
Damn it.
No, seriously,
I'm
this is
good
dragging
stuff.
on too
we'll
long.
remove
actually,
it. We will remove it.
No.
Oh.
Save it
All
for
right,
later.
so
We will save the
we'll be
audio.
seeing you guys next week with
Ship week.
Ship Week. Ship Week.
I'm bored.
Hype Ship Week. I'm gonna, if we can get the social media people to hype Ship Week over the next week, that would be awesome.
And
So
check
let
out
me.
Rwby Network on Facebook and download the Rwby Amino app. Both are great. You will definitely enjoy both. So like Rwby Network, download Rwby Amino app, and we will be seeing you next week. You guys good?
Yep.
Let me stop.